Good evening. My name is Josh Hunt. I am 28 years old. I live in Middletown, and I am completing my final clinical rotation as a student physical therapist assistant. I graduate with my associate's degree in applied science tomorrow, and I am so grateful to have an opportunity to thank the community of people who helped get me here. It's been a long journey, but from my first days at CCRI, I knew I wouldn't have to walk it alone. I came to CCRI at 24 years old, working 70+ hours a week in a trailer factory. My wife and I had just had baby number 2, and between the two of us put together that I would just have to work more than I was to make ends meet. We realized over the first 6 months of his life that I had seen him for 12 of his waking hours, and I needed a change. We agreed that I would start college in the fall, knowing that it would mean sacrifice in the short term, but believed that financial security and some freedom would follow. We were not living a life that offered much room for second chances. The health field has fascinated me as I've aged, and I am inspired by the body's ability to recover, and I am passionate about improving the quality of life for any and all of my patients. I knew a degree at CCRI was right for me because it was affordable, it was competitive, they had fantastic graduation rates and a near perfect record for students passing their licensure exams. What I didn't know then but do now is how this community would help me cross the finish line, and it was going to be the longest mile of them all. I started out strong, and by fall 2019 I had made the dean's list. My wife and I were getting by all right, working at a very busy Newport restaurant. My son had enrolled in school in Middletown, and we were cruising toward the next chapter of our lives. Then March 2020 happened. Newport's restaurant and tourism business disappeared, and with it, so did our jobs. By November, I was on unemployment with 0 prospects, and by February, I was actively homeless. Family shelters were too full and overloaded to even maintain waiting lists, so we started renting short-term rooms in hotels, a few nights here and there, maybe 3 or 4 at a time. I didn't have a car, so the only option for me to finish my last clinical rotation was to rent one. And we were surviving on unemployment and our little savings. I still managed to rock out a 98% on one midterm, a 90 on the next, despite hotel bouncing with 2 children and my wife. And yet I was left to decide if I had to withdraw from school entirely, knowing that there was a family-sustaining, solid wage-earning job across the finish line. So I reached out to Tony Spirito, one of my professors who I know and I trust, and I shared my situation. She put me into contact with Shauna Wells, who's part of the student resource team here at CCRI, and she reassured me that help was on the way. I soon got word of an award from the Foundation's Student Emergency Relief Fund that provides a basic safety net for students going through hard times. It's scholarship funds, it's book vouchers, it's emergency aid, and with this support, I was able to secure housing that would get me through to graduation and keep my son in his school. Thanks to CCRI's support, I am proud to say that I will graduate tomorrow with 1 job offer in hand and 2 others that I eagerly wait to hear back from. Your generosity changed my life this year and that of my family, and so from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. I share my story in the hope that future CCRI students are not crushed by the challenges and the barriers that we face every day, and that they know, like I found out, that they will be supported by this incredible community. Therefore, I am asking you for a gift of $15,000 to support or to provide 3 comeback scholarships for 3 full-time students that will support them for an entire year here at CCRI. Thank you.